Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for coming by. In today's video we're going to be setting up our new inks for the month of December. We're going to be swapping some inks out. I have 5 different pens that I wanted to kind of switch inks on, and I thought that I would just kind of bring you along and get some pens cleaned. We would kind of do a little bit of swatching so that you can see like what are the new colors that I'm swapping out, and I don't know, have some chit chats and kind of talk about December in general as a whole. So if that sounds good, if you wanted to see like what we're going to be swapping out and you wanted to see some ink swatches, then just stay tuned and let's get right into this. And of course, if you are brand new and this is the first time that we're meeting, well, hello, how are you? My name is Meshi. I'm the person behind Aligned Plans, and we talk a couple of times a week on this channel, and we talk about anything and everything minimalist and functional planning and journaling and all the things. So if that sounds good, then you know, maybe we should hang out. And why don't we just get started. So first and foremost, I already took most of my pens apart, and actually what I would like to do is with each of them, I already have like a little towel ready to go. So the first one that I have, this is a Lamy, like a classic Lamy. This is for left-handers. No, this is a fine tip. I do have another one that's for left-handed. And as you can tell, like this is pretty much empty anyway, but by far the most satisfying thing to watch. And I was trying to figure out which inks I'm going to be using for the month of December. I always kind of want to feel like, oh, we're going to get really festive and we're going to be using multiple pens and this and that. I might actually just keep it very, very simple. You'll see that my lineup for this month is, I don't want to say it's boring, but it's just not as festively exciting as, you know, I don't know, like I don't feel that pressure that I have to make everything so festive, you know what I mean? Let's work on TWSBI, because TWSBI still has quite a bit of ink left. So currently it has my writing desk from Ferris Wheel Press. Most of my inks, as you will notice, are from Ferris Wheel Press. I do have other inks, but I just don't like them as much. So I end up gravitating towards this just a little bit more. So I was thinking that maybe I would just push the ink back. Can I do that? This is always so nerve-wracking because I don't want it to make a mess. I just like to push some water through it a couple of times. This feels so tight. Let me clean the rest of them and I'll be right back. So I'm back with my little booklet, and I know, I know it's not the most ideal one. This is the one that I'm just using right now. This is a Midori sketchbook insert. And I know that I already have like some swatches, but I thought that for today we would just kind of look at some of the swatches that, some of the inks that I have currently. I don't have, do I have my clip here? Here we go. Let's just use a little clippy. And I'll show you the inks that I'm thinking about switching out to, and then at least like it will give you an idea. And I already have ink stains. Perfect. We're off to a great start. Here we go. Okay, so the first one that I was thinking of using, which I think is going to be very, very cute and festive, I just have like a little sample of it. This is from Ferris Wheel Press. This is called the Winterberry. And I know I swatched this last time, but I'm happy to do it again. And yes, it still kind of runs a little bit. Okay, so this is... But when it kind of dries, this is actually how it looks like, which I think it looks really, really pretty. It looks really concentrated here as a swatch. Can we focus maybe? Yeah. So, but here it's drying really beautifully. So this is kind of one of the reasons why I was considering this. Let's take a look at the next one. So I'll just set this aside for a moment. Even though it's really similar to Spadina Rose, but not quite. The next one, I know it's going to be really pretty. This is called Dearest Navy. And I can't believe I didn't ink any of my pens with this last month, but it's just this really stunning dark navy color. Like it almost looks black. Let's see. Does that look so pretty? But again, I have a feeling that this will shear out and it will look completely different. But here it almost looks black. So I think this would be our next. I don't know, for some reason I'm going with boring color, not boring colors, but like really basic colors. Next up that I wanted to show you is called Storied Blue. So this is slightly different than the blue that I was using, and I'll show you a comparison in a moment. Isn't that cute? So this is definitely a yes. I don't know if I would want to, I will have to see how much I'm actually using this to see if I would buy like a full bottle of this. And then the next one, I think I'm going to try Cream of Earl, which I actually kind of sketched with it with this pen, and I really, really liked it. There's just something about this color that just kind of draws me in. Like part of me feels like, ooh, you're not gonna be able to read it, and then part of me feels like, you might be okay with it in the Hobonichi, or it might be good as like a sketching type of pen. I don't know. But doesn't that look so, so pretty? But part of me feels like it might not be the greatest. I don't know. I want to at least give it a shot, because honestly, it depends on the pen and it depends on the tip. So maybe this will actually go into, I think that this can go into my Lamy, because that one takes on ink a little bit differently. And then the last one, I'm sort of debating between these two. I have Shidori Cherry Blossom and then Spruce Country Post. And I've had Spruce Country Post for a little while and it was fine, but I wanted to look at Shidori Cherry Blossom because I haven't actually inked anything with this. So, and it's so beautiful, it's so girly, it's so sparkly, and again, it's just so beautiful and festive that I just want to have this in my life. Ferris Wheel Press Shidori. So this is what she looks like close up. Okay, so I feel like this is a winner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One thing I wanted to show, I was also kind of debating, this is Moss Park Green from Ferris Wheel Press, and then this is Spruce Country Post. So I will swatch both of these for you guys just so that you kind of know what I'm debating with, because I feel like if there are going to be issues with Cream of Earl or with Shidori Cherry Blossom, those would be the two that I would kind of swap out, because I think that this is actually a really stunning green. So this is Moss Park. See how it's like, it's very subtle, it's a little bit different. It's really pretty. I know it's bleeding, and I know that this is not the most accurate, it's not the best paper for it, but you get the point. So anyways, I have like a little, I forget how many mils this is, maybe, okay, this is 5 mils. So I have the 2 mil samples, and then I have that 5 mil smaller bottle, and then this is of course Spruce Country Post, which really legitimately has been like sold out since it came out. Again, super dark, but I kind of feel like if you have the Dearest Navy, you're probably not going to gravitate towards this. And I've had this in many of my pens. Spruce Country Post. But like, again, when it's on a finer tip, it looks really, really pretty. So take a look at it as a close-up. Is that nice? So I will keep these as like a backup, but let's get inking, and then I'll kind of give you, maybe we can do like a little bit of a swatching of the actual pens that is not this. But I have to say, I am very excited about this Dearest Navy, and I know I have ink all over me. I'm very excited about this ink. Hang on. I feel like you legitimately cannot see. Okay. So hopefully you can see a little bit better. Okay, so hopefully you can actually see this. Can you? Let's zoom it out. Anyway, I can see it. It's like a really beautiful navy. So let's get inking, and I'll be right back. So I was thinking, so the first one that I've done already is my Lamy pen, and I have put in the Shidori Cherry Blossom, and here is a little swatch which looks so adorable with this pen. I'm so excited. I feel like for light colored pens, you need, it's like you need to have like a thicker tip, if that makes sense. Which kind of brings me to my next point. I should actually put at least one of these like finer colors into my other Lamy. Oh my gosh, does this have, is that what's loaded in here? Hang on a minute. No, never mind. No, actually, I know why I didn't bring this out. It's because it already has one of the gray inks, and I'm really happy with that. Okay, now I wanted to also just mention that I've been using this little syringe kit that I bought off of Amazon, and as far as inking is concerned, it makes the whole process so much easier. So if you haven't picked it up from Amazon, I highly recommend it, because you literally just go in. See, I don't like this. Still has ink. Okay, here we go. Here we go. But yeah, as far as like filling it up with new inks, this makes it so easy and effortless. I think into my TWSBI we can put in either Winterberry or Storied Blue. We're going to use Storied Blue. I think that would look really pretty. So let's see. And then you just literally just insert it here. Is that cool? here we go. Oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness. There it is. So pretty. I feel like something is missing here, but anyways, moving on. So that was Storied Blue. Now I think that it's either going to be, no, you know what, I'm going to add into my Kaweco Sport, I'm going to use Dearest Navy. I think that would be like a really beautiful addition. And look how small these are. So if you don't want to commit to, you know, like a ton of color, I think this is a nice way of doing it. And it takes like no time at all. And let's take a look. And here is the actual close-up of all of the swatches. So first we have Winterberry, we have the Dearest Navy, Storied Blue, Shadori, Cherry Blossom, Earl Grey, Moss Park Green, and the Spruce Country Post. Now I wanted to show you exactly how it looks like. This is on watercolor paper, just so you get an idea. In the next clip, you will also see some close-ups on Hobonichi paper for your enjoyment. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and just keep inking, keep planning, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye!